According to our call immediately, the presidential candidate of the Liberian People's Party will let us speak on few national issues.
Okay.
Consider.
All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming again for the tete-a-tete. We want informed voters, so we'll be talking to the voters during the process on the issues that matter. What stimulated us to get into this process? I want to talk about a few things to do. First, rule of law. Rule of law is the number one on my platform for Better Liberia, my 10-point agenda for Better Liberia. Nothing can happen in a country positively without rule of law. Rule of law sets the tone for socio-economic development, for investment, for employment, for education, for health, for everything that the government wants to do. Nothing can happen in chaos. That is why I emphasize rule of law. Why am I bringing the rule of law issue today? Yesterday, something great happened in the world. A former president of the United States was subjected to the rule of law, brought under the ambit of the rule of law yesterday. He was mugshot and he's the first in American history. To show to other presidents that will come after him that you cannot, irrespective of who you are, your position in society, you must obey the law. So I'm very happy. That's the kind of standard I want to set for Liberia. That when you commit any offense in this country, you commit any crime, whether you minister, you senator, you must be subject to the rule of law just like a janitor will be. Everybody should be under the rule of law. This will be the foundation of Liberia's development. Everybody feels we are all equal under the law. We can say it's in the Constitution, but you have to have a president who will make it happen. Even if my son or my daughter or any of my relatives violate the law, they will bear the penalty because nobody is higher than Liberia. I strongly believe in that. Now I usually say I'm loyal to two C's. My country and my conscience. It is my conscience that makes me to act in the best interest of my country. Second thing I want to talk about is our medical system. Yesterday, our former Chief Justice, His Honor Henry Cooper, passed. But there is no way you can divorce his passing from the poor health system that we have in this country. You don't have a good diagnostic process. A lot of the treatment is based on guessing because you don't have the appropriate equipment to diagnose people. And if you don't diagnose people properly, there's no way you can treat them properly. So people start speculating on what kind of medicine we give you. We are just here by the grace of God. If JFK, the #1 hospital in the country, does not have paracetamol, and even for paracetamol, they have to make prescriptions and say, go to Lucky Pharmacy or any pharmacy. You do not expect the clinic in Bois Jigon in Grand Cru or Sastan in Grand Cru to have medicine. You do not expect the clinic in Harristown, Bapolo County, or Bujazita in Riverset to have medicine. Not in Nabena, Kipman, or even Pinetown, Sino County, or City Ken, Maryland County, or Batigen in Grand Cru, or Portstein in Grand Jude, or Portstein in Grand Jude. Not even Philadelphia in Grand Cru. You know, so we have a situation where the whole country is just, people in the country are living by the grace of God. The whole medical system is broken down. All because of lack of rule of law. That's why I say when I'm president, I will not, I'm making this promise, I am not going to go anywhere abroad for treatment. Because if a clinic or hospital is not good for the president, I strongly believe they're not good for any citizen too. I am not going to pay 1 cent from government money for my vice president or any minister or any official of government to travel. We all have to collectively make our health system to work for every citizen in this country. That's my commitment. I want to make that commitment in Liberia. So many people are dying in this country for curable illnesses. Everything is malaria, typhoid. All guess game. You get headache, you go to hospital, malaria, typhoid. And then they pump you with all kind of antibiotics that even get you sick further. We have to do something in our health system. A sick people cannot develop a country. They can't learn because you have to be healthy in order to think properly and to develop a country. You can't go to school if you're not healthy. You can't work if you're not healthy. The only thing I want to talk about is reconciliation and unity. They must remain permanent in this country for long years to come. The former United Party, the former ruling party, United Party said, we failed to reconcile the country. President Salif said that. We failed to reconcile the country. So reconciliation must be on. That's why in the campaigning process, I'm going to places, I'm reconciling and uniting the people of Liberia in the process. I slept in Samuel Doe's town. Given what happened to Mana and Gil people and Crown people in the process of the war, or even under his regime, I had the courage to sleep in Tucson. I was very happy I did that. And the people of Tucson were extremely happy that I did that. They danced the whole night. They cooked food, we ate food left over. They want to be one. They want to be united. They want a leader that will make that happen. They were so happy about reconciliation. Reconciliation and unity go together. I went to Pinestown. That Pinestown for the young people is the home where late Thomas was saying, who was vice head of state to do. When a big person dies from a town or is killed or something, the people at that town can look their orphans like we have nobody to relate. I will unite Liberia and clean corruption from government, sweep corruption from government, so that this country can move forward. Because Liberia is a naturally rich country. Rich soil all over the country. Even you plant rice, you throw rice seed on the beaches of Liberia. In the sandy beaches, you see it growing. This is a rich country. You see things growing on top of abandoned, you see green grass growing on top of abandoned houses. This country is fertile, rich. Then under the fertile soil, God put diamond, gold, iron ore, uranium, bauxite. Even the sand we have in Liberia is rich. Before the war, we had a glass factory. And the sand that was being used to produce glass at the glass factory came from Gardensville, silicon. The only poverty that we are suffering from in this country is poverty of good leadership. There can be jobs in this country. My plan is to create jobs all over the country to the extent that migrant workers should become. Because when we make rule of law firm, combat corruption, even in the health system. Because when I go to the hospital, I'll be taking treatment, and he said, Mr. President, we didn't get it, we didn't get this here. I said, where's the head of the hospital? You are fired. I turn you over to the police for full investigation. When about 10 heads of cleaners, government cleaning hospitals are in jail, answering for stealing things from the hospital, nothing will disappear from the hospital again. But that singular act of making sure that rule of law works. Government hospital and clinics in Liberia would be better than private hospital and clinics. Liberia will become a destination for medical tourists, just like India and Ghana and other places. I intend to use government money to bring experts here from all over the world in every field of medicine. And they will train our people here. Liberia can be a better country. It is by doing so that I'll make Liberia a sweet land of liberty for all Liberians, not just for the few. Isn't it scandalous that the president pro tem of the Liberian Senate can make higher $60,000 more than the president pro tem of the American Senate? It is scandalous to me. For this poor country, for any official government to be making higher than any official government in the donor country called United States. So the issue is not poverty. It is the misallocation of the income generated from the resources of the country that is increasing poverty in this country. Last year, our president pro tem made $254,000. That's apart from the $30,000 that you receive, called legislative engagement from the big term behind. The president pro tem of the United States Senate earned $193,000. More than $60,000 less than the president pro tem of the poor country. And that is the spending pattern in the government. Me and my vice president, Dr. Yuri Yapaolo, intend to turn that around. The people who will make better salaries in my government will be the civil servants, the law enforcement officer, police, DA, immigration, fire service, all these people, the nurses, not just nurses, but health workers and teachers. These are the people that provide the services. Without them, no country can move forward. We need to have our educational system cannot be improved without poorly paid teachers and volunteer teachers. We change that. So that's what I call you this afternoon. I'm calling again. I'm reiterating my call on all political party leaders in this country to promote reconciliation and unity. Without it, our peace is undermined. Already, a young man has been allegedly killed in Nimba and Vaingli. Again, allegedly in Monrovia, some young man lost his ear, somebody cut his ear, another person's finger was cut, all out of electoral dispute. Normally in Liberia, in time past, we have high electoral violence after results are announced. This year, we started experiencing electoral violence in the first week of campaign. It's a bad sign. And it would take the leadership of the political party to stop that. And let me reiterate what I've told the LPP members and members of the larger Gongloe support group. Anybody who say he or she is supporting me, who engages in electoral violence against any other partisan of another party, or anybody who disagrees with him or her, will be condemned by me first. And I will use Gongloe and Associates law firm to associate with government to prosecute that person. That is how much I'm opposed to violence. I belong to LPP, a party that came out of Moja that strongly believed in non-violent reform. And we would never, for any reason, be tempted to engage in violence in any shape, form, or manner. So I want us to keep pushing this idea that nobody should compromise Liberia. This election will come and go and will mean Liberians. I like to repeat what President Tupper used to say in the Cllr language. Cllr Kukaton. We are all one people. Irrespective of our tribes, where we were born, our religion, we are one people. And our oneness will not be compromised for any political reason. I'm particularly calling again on CDC and the Unity Party to stop the violence, because these are the two parties that are engaged in violence at the moment. Thank you very much.
Thank you.